And we are live. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful June 4th, 2026. I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm having a great day myself, and we're joined by Mr. Tyrone.
Yeah, I'm right here. Something like that.
Yeah, so we have a very eventful day. I was not planning on the whole Plattner stuff being part of the stream, but we'll get to that. It's a pretty big story out of Maine. It's not the big story I heard was going to come out, but it's kind of just below. So,
Man, I have some choice words regarding some of the stuff that came out, but do the intro first.
yeah, there's some stuff about it that's, we'll get to that. But yeah,
Roll the intro.
we're going to talk mainly about the AG spot being filled by Todd Blanche. Now, before we get into today's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. These are all these are all great ways to support the daily content. And of course, if you have any questions or concerns or want to support the channel even further, the best way is sending super chats via the chat. I will read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chats are the best way to get your questions answered. A couple super chats catch up to. B. Dunn has been a member for 26 months. Thank you so much, good sir. G Storm for 2. The people cleaned house. The New Mexico GOP chair lost. Oh, good. About time. The New Mexico GOP is just terrible. So
the New Mexico GOP is a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah,
Ron Chetty would have won if he had an actual support network.
Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Collins plus 20 of Plattner stays correct. We'll get to that. Random Polish guy for 5. I ended up ranting about California results for hours yesterday to the point I passed out. Count your votes already. Yeah, the whole thing with California is a joke.
Let's start out with California first, because that's going to be like the quickest thing to cover.
Yeah, listen. When even Democrats are starting to say there's got to be changes, you know it's bad.
Nate fucking Silver of all people. Nate fucking Silver of all people going and saying this is ridiculous.
Because,
by the way,
I mean, guys, we are on Thursday, almost through the entirety of Thursday, and they're not even at 60% counted. It was 58% a couple days ago. Now it's down to 57. It's going down, the amount of votes in. Listen, I understand it's one thing if there are a couple thousand outstanding votes. That's one thing. But we're talking about 4 to 5 million votes that they've refused. They're just refusing to count. Look at Sacramento. They're just saying, yeah, we're not going to count till Friday because we said so. Your job is to count the votes as soon as you get them. Since when can a county just say, nah, we're not going to count till next week?
China, India, Brazil, third world countries count their votes faster than California.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
This is a joke. But yeah, even Democrats are starting to say, like, this has to end. And here's the thing. There's plenty of states that do mail-in voting that count the votes right away. Look at Florida. Florida has how many voters? Usually?
Texas counts the mail-in ballot and early vote literally as soon as it's allowed to poll.
Yeah.
As soon as they're allowed to post results.
They count it immediately. It is an utter embarrassment that we're to this point. They've counted only 500,000 votes since Tuesday, and they're not even remotely close to done. In fact, now they're finding more votes. Gee, I wonder why. What an
Because the
embarrassment.
Republican Party overperformed.
Yeah,
Why?
this is an utter embarrassment for California. An utter joke. If there was some kind of like accountability for these people should resign. The people that run the county elections, they got to go. But it's California.
There's not going to be any accountability. It's
Yeah.
California. They're so deeply entrenched in fraud there that no one's ever going to go in and hold them accountable, except for the federal government, which bleeds perfectly into Todd Blanche.
Yeah, American Nerd for 2. Oh shit. K-Dog for 5. Hey Rap, the new Minnesota Senate Democratic internal poll is weirdly good for the GOP. I saw that. It's only like D+5, which it's not good for Dems. American Nerd for 2. If the New Mexico GOP cleans house, should the RNC do the same? Yeah, I would say so. American Nerd for 2. California is probably waiting for the illegal ballots. Yeah. Conservative Millennial for 2. Rap, did you see the video of them helicoptering in votes? No, I didn't see that. Random Polish Guy for 2. Those commies need to be indicted immediately. I agree. Ben Siddix has been a member for 19 months. Assad Syria is more transparent with votes. Yeah. Yeah, Syria had faster elections than this. Obviously, they knew the results beforehand. But anyways, you get the point that there's got to be serious changes to not just California law, but really most of their states. You should have 95% of the votes in within a couple hours of the polls closing. Like I said, why can't the mail-in votes be due a week before Election Day? Why? Since when do they have to be due a week after? That is utter horseshit. Has anybody been able to like answer that properly? I don't think so. I don't think a single person has been able to.
I'm making dinner in the background right now.
No, it's fine.
There is no proper answer, and we know why the answer is. We can say it on YouTube now. It's because they are fortifying the election.
They're fortified.
They are fortifying their results by fucking finding more and more votes for Steyer and Bakari because they want to disenfranchise Hilton. They want to disenfranchise Pratt. They want to ensure that there's not a lockout going on in the 6th congressional district because that would be embarrassing for Gavin Newsom in the California political machine because he's trying to run for president in 2028.
Yeah, and like Colton Link says in chat, this is how people say elections are stolen and fraudulent. Yeah, because when you wait a month after, that's what the Secretary of State's saying. We won't know the final results for a month. Why? Like first it was it's postmarked on Election Day, but it'll be a couple days after. Now, we can't count the votes till a month later. Why? There's absolutely zero excuse for this. You know how you fix this? There's 3 simple ways. Like I said, 1, you make the mail-in ballots due a week before Election Day. If they're not by noon on Election Day, say in California at 12 p.m., at that exact time, if your ballot's not in, you're shit out of luck. You had months to fill it out and get it postmarked. If it's not in by Election Day, on noon on Election Day, it doesn't count. That's he's sort of this horse shit where why are mail-in ballots still arriving days after Election Day? Why? Absolutely no reason. Like that would sort out half the issues we have because there's no more excuses. They can start counting. But whatever. It just that's a quick rant. It's insane that we're even discussing this still. It's getting worse. Somehow it's worse in 2020 at this point. At least in 2020, they were counting votes much faster in 2020 California. Now they're not, for good reason. Anyways, President Gilbert getting up for 10. We live in a time where no one is ashamed anymore, so it doesn't surprise me they feel no shame on what they're doing. Just look at Hassan Piker when he tried to stream in China and got blocked instantly. Yeah, that's true. Object Clay's Kidder for 2. Is there a SCOTUS case of election day right now? Yes. And from what I'm understanding, SCOTUS is going to say, no, you cannot do this horse shit. You cannot have this horse shit of weeks later, the mail-in votes arriving. Conservative millennial for 5. Democrats can find votes, but Republicans can't get 52 votes in the Senate. Yeah, for the SAVE Act. That's true. American Nerd for 2. Who runs the California elections? Investigate them. The Secretary of State. So, American Nerd for 2. Elections in the 1800s are faster than California. Yeah. Yeah, we're to the point where the first election in American history, which was over the course of many months, is the same pace as we're dealing with now in the modern day. It's a joke. An utter fucking embarrassment. But okay. So with the election stuff going on in California, there's got to be the DOJ's got to do something. They have to intervene because this is an embarrassment. All right. So enough of the California stuff for now. Until we get more results, we really can't say anything because, yes, there's been some batches that are bad for Hilton. Others been pretty good for him, but we'll see, of course. Princess Rider for 5. California's attempting the most blatant harvesting I've seen yet, purely because Newsom needs this to work for his 28 chances. Yeah, that's what I think's going on here. Newsom's people know they are about to get embarrassed in California. They're about to show one of the most pathetic performances for a Democrat in a long time. So they're playing this game with the mail-in votes yet again. But yeah, it is the most blatant. It is more blatant than 2020. At least 2020 was close, and right now Hilton's up by 8. The fact that there's a chance that Hilton may take 3rd place now, if that happens, oh my God, Tyrone, what would happen if Hilton took 3rd place? What do you think would happen?
What I think should happen. I don't know what would happen. Well, what I think should happen if Hilton were to magically drop into 3rd place in the gubernatorial election in California. What should happen is that acting Attorney General and recently nominated Attorney General candidate.
Oh, you're kind of quiet, Tyrone.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my voice quiet. My folks are. I'm on my phone right now. Hold on.
Okay.
Give me like 10. Give me like 10 seconds. Just talk. Give me like 10 seconds to connect to my computer.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll say this to everybody. There's a non-zero chance that Hilton ends up in 3rd. I didn't think it was possible because on election day, it's like, yeah, there's some votes outstanding, but you got to do so much horse shit just to get Hilton in 2nd place. Now they're pushing for a serious possibility.
Hello.
Hilton, yeah,
okay,
hello.
I'm on my computer now.
But yeah, Hilton may actually take 3rd place. I don't think it's going to, but
so my thoughts. Here's what's happening. You know, like we said, the main thing we're going to talk about here is that Todd Blanche has been nominated to be Attorney General, and I'm going to use this as a transition into that.
Let me pull this up right here. Yep.
I'm going to use this as a transition. What should happen? There should be a criminal investigation into the California and state government, specifically the Secretary of State, the City of Sacramento. Federal law enforcement needs to be deployed into these areas. There needs to be a serious investigation of what's going on, because what is happening is the most blatant, unabashed, unashamed attempt at election fortification possible by the Democratic Party of California. Because like you said, like Sexy Princess Rider said with her super chat, what is happening is Newsom and his team are getting fucking embarrassed statewide because they're fucking dummy mander. And let's be real, this is a dummy mander.
It looks freaking like a dummy mander already.
This is a dummy matter. You know why? I didn't think it was possible either. But no, this is a dummy matter because they're already facing the possibility of lockouts. The fact that even one seat is facing a lockout chance. Granted, you do have Kylie running as an independent, but it's a lockout potentially. They have to engage in the most open, because like you said, at least with 2020, there was COVID, there were mail-in ballots which came out of nowhere. Nobody was really
election.
I mean, Scott Pressler, a few people of his persuasion, and I don't mean the fact that he's gay. I mean like people who are like involved in his sphere who do on the ground shit. They were warning in the mail-in ballot stuff of ahead of time.
Yeah.
It's 2026. It's years. It's over. It's over half a fucking decade later. We should know by now that they do this shit. So I think federal law enforcement needs to be sent in. I think Attorney General Todd Blanche, he needs to be involved right now. He needs to go in. He needs to send law enforcement. We need to send ICE in. We need to send HSI in. We need to send the DHS and DOJ in. We need a massive fucking investigation into what's happening currently because this is just fucking illegal. It is fucking illegal. Which is why it is an amazing fucking thing. Trump has just nominated Blanche to be his attorney general.
Yeah, he's gonna go with Blanche. Now, if you would have told me this 2 months ago, I would have said, fuck you. This is a terrible idea. But he's proved it. He's proven himself the last couple of months that not only is he competent, he's actually doing his job. Beyond just the bare minimum, he's actually doing what Pam Bondi was supposed to do. And that's why I'm fully on board with Todd Blanche. I think right now, I was a fan of like Lee Zeldin. That was the rumor going around early on. But Todd Blanche proved himself. He proved himself as being effective at far better messaging. Has he had one fuck up?
No. And we already know for a fact that they have we know for a fact that they are already involved in fraud investigations in California. I wouldn't be surprised if Blanche and Patel were already there on the ground doing investigations.
They might be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I do think. Sorry, I'm I'm also playing Helldivers right now.
That's fine.
Surprise! I haven't started screaming yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they were already involved in this and doing an investigation in the background. We've already seen Patel doing this sort of stuff. FBI, they're really good at this sort of thing.
Yeah, George did it right at the election stuff. I remember that.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised if they started doing this. I think it's a good thing that at the very least they are aware of the fact that all this is happening. I think
yeah, that's a big deal. Because I'm pretty sure Trump is he directed the DA there to not the DA, the oh gosh, what's it called?
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna brain fart. Oh my god. What do you call it again? Guys, I'm gonna brain fart. In LA, the not the district attorney. Is it DA? No.
It is the DA.
Let me check.
I think ultimately Blanche getting nominated is going to be a good thing. He has proven himself as an effective fighter. He's been down in the trenches with the Trump administration since the very get-go, since like 22, 23, especially. People seem to forget, when did Todd Blanche get involved with the Trump admin? When did he get involved with Trump and his struggle? You know when? You know when he got involved in Trump world rap? I can tell you when.
It was with
the Mar-a-Lago. It was the Mar-a-Lago raid.
Yeah. That's right.
Todd Blanche has been involved in this shit since the very worst happened with Trump, and Trump's resolve was further steeled by what had happened. And now we're at the point where the man who is...
Excuse me. It was federal prosecutors.
Yeah, federal prosecutors.
Yeah, excuse me.
It's an embarrassment what's happening in California. This shouldn't happen in a civilized... This should not be happening in a civilized country. India, Brazil, Pakistan. Think of any third world fucking country that isn't just a blatantly corrupt dictatorship. So basically any country in the world that's not a sub-Saharan African state. They count votes faster than this. Bolivia counts votes faster than this. The Democratic Party is doing what they are doing because Gavin Newsom cannot afford to have his presidential aspects be completely fucked in the ass here. He needs this to be good. He needs to prove his dummy mander is not a dummy mander. He needs to prove that he has gone on the offensive and he is doing what the Democratic Party needs to do in order to be the man who is the existential threat to the Democratic Party as a whole, JD Vance.
The big thing with
And
with what's
go
going
ahead.
on here is most of the cases of like the horse shit we know about, like everybody knows about Minnesota 2008 with freaking you ever hear about that? What happened in
Yeah, no,
2008?
I'm keenly aware about what happened with
Oh
Al
my
Franken
god.
in 2000.
Here's the thing, at least with Franken, that was such a close race. You could get away with it. Everyone knows what happened, but hey, it was within a couple thousand votes either way. Here it's like we're talking about potentially hundreds of thousands of votes being just horse shit. Or like the
We're
margin
not,
of
yeah,
difference.
literally hundreds of thousands. Like that, like hundreds of thousands. 2020 was decided by less than 20,000 votes across 6 states.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. This is the definition of we are stealing your fucking election and you can do literally nothing about it.
Like,
The state of
this is a huge
California is a
deal.
disgrace. It is a failed state. Trump needs to send the fucking military into there. He needs to have shit supervised. The midterms, I mean, like you said, if you think about it, we really shouldn't even be having midterms right now. Hey, what's up, Luke?
Yeah. Wow, very
We
insightful.
ready to be locked out of California? We ready to be locked out of California, guys?
Wow, very positive.
Either way, it's very embarrassing what's out of California, and I have a lot of hope for Todd Blanche as Attorney
I think
General,
Blanche is gonna-
which is what's happening. He's going to be really good.
I think this is gonna be kind of his final test for Trump because basically everything Trump's wanting to do, he's done. He has done everything. And we're not even talking about crazy stuff. We're not talking about denaturalizing 500 million people. We're just talking about, hey, indict somebody. Go after James Comey. Go after these other dumbasses.
Go
Do
after James
something.
Comey. Go after John Bolton. Go after Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, fucking somebody.
And the fraud in California, in Minnesota. Which again, I still think that's gonna be a much bigger issue than people think. I just think the amount of money they're finding, they're like the $10 billion here, 20 billion there, just disappears. So we'll see, of course. Let's see here. America noted for hold on. Object Clay's cater for 2. This BS also cost the GOP 2 to 3 seats at House 24. I remember that. Yeah. Remember freaking Young Kim, not Young Kim. Who's the other one? Who was the other one?
Mike Garcia.
Yeah, Mike Garcia. He got fucked. And there's another one that got screwed over. John Duarte. Yeah. Like it happened in 24, but again, that was decided by a couple thousand votes. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of votes across the entire state. Sacramento, we can't count votes till next Friday.
You're talking about more. You're talking about more people's votes being disenfranchised than the amount of people who live in the fucking state of Wyoming, the state of Montana, a lot of these lower population states.
Yeah, it's just bullshit.
I think we unironically need to just shut down the count. Like current results, freeze them.
Yeah. Prince is writer for 2. Also trying to stop a Democrat lockout in 40 and 6. Yeah. I mean, that's what they're doing. Why do you think they stopped counting in Sacramento? Take a guess. What district is in Sacramento?
This is like so blatantly. Also, we can say this on YouTube now, so you don't have to freak out. I think there is blatant stuff going on in California. They know what
I've already said fraud. You're good, Luke.
It's literally they're harvesting ballots. That's what's going on here. Like
no, California is quite literally like fixed election state.
Yeah, Michelle Steele's the one that got fucked over. Yeah, that's right. It's just so blatant now. They're not even hiding it. They used to play it smart. Now they don't even care.
Which is
I'm
really
a big states rights guy. I'll say this. I'm a big states rights guy. I'm a big leave things up to the state, even including election law. But I think anything that affects federal elections, which this does with Congress and Senate seats, obviously not this year, but it definitely affects Congress. Anything involving federal elections, I think, should have federal oversight.
I agree.
Even the European Union has like federal like election observers, and like the European Union regulates elections in EU countries. The United States federal government does not regulate state elections on a large scale.
Object Clay's cater for 2. Nominate Blanche and put Bailey in deputy AG. I agree.
Yes, that is what I
I
wanted to
agree.
say earlier.
Random Polish guy for 5. The AG and Secretary of State races being carry 4 margins, 2 potential seats being locked out. Hilton Bianco combined for a great
That's
margin. They're
changing
scared.
quick. That's changing quick, though. That none of those things will happen.
Yeah.
Um,
President Gilbert getting up for 10. Imagine that the AG, Todd Blanche, actually doing his job compared to Pam Bondi, who's doing nothing but press tours and giving Sean a Hannity. Yeah.
Again, I don't give a flying rat's motherfucking ass that Todd Blanche is using his position as Attorney General to prosecute his internal opponents.
I don't care.
You know why I don't fucking care? Because he's proving that with getting rid of all those obstacles, he's making himself a more effective Attorney General.
Exactly.
And that's what we need
I
right
don't have an
now.
issue. Like, for example, when Pam Bondi went after Ed Martin, it's like, why? When a few people, the DOJ trying to do something, you go after him? Like, that's the issue people have.
Pam Bondi was a beautiful loser.
Yeah. Prince is writing for 5. No matter what happens, don't let it discourage you. Before the harvesting, the result of California match with Quanta/internals are saying D+5 at best. I actually agree with that.
When are you gonna let Sexy Princess Rider on stream, by the way?
But you gotta figure that out, Tyrone. We talked about this.
I know we talked about it. I'm bringing it up again.
When you're not bringing it up on stream, that's horse shit. American Nerd for 2. Do y'all think Cornyn and Cassidy will block Blanche? Well, that's gonna be the one concern, I think. That does he get 50 votes? Because Tom Tillis already said no. Take guess why he said no on
because he's corrupt and fuck Trump.
he literally said because of January 6th. We can't have
By
Todd
the way,
Blanche.
Cornyn said he's no longer wanting to propose changing the highway's name.
Gee, I wonder why.
It is so obvious he was just trying to get the Trump endorsement, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's embarrassing.
But I do think Tom Tillis is a no. Cornyn's probably a no. Cassidy's a no. That's the issue. Like, you already have 50 probably. And McConnell's probably like, oh my gosh. That's the issue with this. You got to find 50 somewhere. And the problem is,
I mean, Fetterman's already said he wouldn't be voting for him.
That's a problem.
Which is like a major issue.
Ben Ballway for 2. Reminds me of McClellan versus Grant. What?
He's talking about Civil War generals.
Oh. Fetterman would probably confirm it. No, he's already saying no against Blanche, which should tell you everything. When they know he's effective, they're saying no. Funny how that works, by the way. When Blanche is doing his job, that's when they say, no, we can't have that as the AG. But yeah. So if Blanche gets blocked, what do you do?
Well, like, he's allowed to remain acting Attorney General until what, October?
Yeah, October. After that, that's where it becomes kind of iffy.
I mean, he's already Deputy Attorney General.
So do they just leave it vacant and just let him take control?
Either they leave it vacant, they let him take control, or they put someone else in charge. Not Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz screwed the fucking pooch up. He screwed up, and now
his chances. He is digging a deeper hole for himself. So, conservative millennial for 2. Like I said earlier, Democrats know how to get votes. Well, yeah, but this is so blatant. This is like the most blatant thing I've ever seen. They're not even hiding it. They don't care. That's the thing that gets me. It's like they don't even care what they're doing. They're just saying, yeah, we can't count till next Friday because no reason given, even though we all know why. Freaking like when conveniently the one county that could decide the election in California 6, they can't count the votes now. What do you think's going on there?
They're stealing it. It's literally the most simple explanation.
All right.
California is a failed state. They cannot be trusted to count their own fucking votes.
Oh God! Look who's spurging out about California. Oh goodness!
What?
Talking about how Gilio should have been in there because the Hispanics would all be voting Republican. He said all the Hispanics would be voting Republican if Gilio
Okay, you know what? I think it's time we say this right off the bat. These Barris and Bards have manipulated the betting markets. I think it got confirmed today. Even before that, they're like, you You can't make this up. Look at this. So, for those that don't know, California 13th is, I'm pretty sure it's a D+3 seat now, right?
Yeah.
And you just can't make this up. Basically, what's going on right now, California 13th, is the Democrats are combining for 43% of the vote, but something noteworthy is Adam Gray is not even cracking 41%, the incumbent. That is bad. Like, he is getting 41%. He's getting less than David Valadao. That's how bad he's doing right now. But yet again, they're making this big LARP about how David Giglio would have magically won this seat. Guys, he would have won the Hispanic voters.
Yeah, John Duarte was a plantation owner. Do we not remember?
So true.
I'm so
The
sick of this
Hispanic
shit.
plantation owners leading the blacks off the Democrat plantation.
I am so sick and tired of David Giglio.
Really, I had no idea. It's not like you say you're sick and tired every stream.
It just gets more egregious. It gets more egregious every day. It's a giant scam. Okay, if Giglio was this juggernaut, why did he win in 2022? Why?
Because his entire campaign was fucking.
Because it was rigged. It was Gavin Newsom knew the threat.
Well, you had Barris running the campaign, so enough said.
No. You got to realize this. No, look. Gavin Newsom knew the threat that was David Giglio, so he screwed him over by electing John Duarte.
Yeah,
that's why he did that.
It's a scam. An utter
Also,
scam.
we gotta talk about this later, this Ireland situation, because this is hilarious.
I don't give a shit about Ireland, honestly.
This is funny, dude.
I don't care about Ireland, honestly. Chance Raisick for 5. Is it just me, or has Rand Paul been a lot less annoying lately? If I had to guess, it seems like Massey getting kicked out made Rand Paul snap out of it. I think so. I think Rand Paul got a reality check.
He wants to stay in the Senate, and unfortunately, he might stay in the Senate now that Nate Morris has been nominated to be ambassador to Colombia for whatever fucking reason.
Well, that's from what I understand. That's for now. He's gonna get the pick 24 or 28, but we'll see. I guess
24. So true.
Yeah, 24. We're going back in time. Going backwards.
This is where we go back.
Shut up.
I don't want to go back to basic training. No.
Prince Ryder for 2. Giglio abandoned his district to challenge McCarthy. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. He ran in McCarthy's district after. Yeah. How did that go? DB for 2. Screw Hunter Biden. He's a grifter. Wow. Hunter Biden's a grifter? It's a scam.
Didn't he say he wanted to invade El Salvador to get that illegal immigrant pedophile back, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. His account's kind of funny, but it's like, dude, you're trying.
His account's funny, but no one fucking believes that he's not part of the Epstein oligarch class.
The worst part is people are falling for it.
Because people are fucking stupid.
Okay.
He's part of the Epstein class.
Yeah. American Order for 10. If Blanche does not get the votes be confirmed, here's my top 3 to be backup options for Post. Bailey, Zeldin, and DeSantis. If Blanche can't get in, nobody's going to get in. That's the issue. Aside of the challenge of Bailey, I can't see they don't get through. The problem is, again, Blanche should be the one that gets in easiest. But no, friggin' Tom Till is making a big deal about January 6th. Yeah.
Tillis obviously just opposes him because he opposes Trump. Jan 6 is just his fucking retarded excuse because, again, he's part of the Senate Republican Party country club.
Curtis Charhill for 5. Hawk 2 as 6-7 man. Is the midterm convention still going to happen? I don't know if it's still a good idea.
Can we ban that person from chat?
No, he's a patriot. But yeah, the convention is going to happen. I think it's still August. I think they're planning on, but we'll see. Tristan for 10. Barris was saying we need to support minority candidates to help reflect the new working class coalition, then immediately changed his mind when NRCC endorsed Javier Lopez over Giglio. Well, because he's a grifter. There's no other way to put it. Commander John for 2. We really need to believe California elections, to be honest. Really. Yeah, we're really going to believe it. Yeah.
We need to believe it like we believe all women.
Yeah.
We need to believe in special
Oh my gosh,
elections.
this is a good one.
We need to believe
This is a good
in our
one. The
democracy.
Plattner story is a distraction for the Hunter Biden laptop.
So true.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
I miss when American politics was just who won the 2020 election versus what is a woman, and now it's just Israel.
Yeah, it's awful. Like, American elections are getting worse by the day. I do think after 26 it's gonna
Hunter
get better.
Biden cock picks on
Because
the House
people
floor.
understand, like, 2026 should prove all this shit's terminally online. Nobody
Okay,
gives.
there was a 24,000 ballot drop in Los Angeles, and Pratt didn't win a single vote. Yeah,
What?
this is yeah,
I gotta look this up. What?
yeah. If that is true, because again, one person saying it, but if that is true, that does not happen.
Like, I get these are later arriving ballots, some more Democrats.
But there's no way 24,000 in Prague is
Like,
zero.
I get some precincts, like, obviously, like in Philly, there's some precincts where Republicans get 0 votes. That's one thing, but that's a couple hundred people. 24,000 ballots.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real or not. I'm not going to confirm. I'm not saying it's what happened, but yeah.
Yeah, I think complete federal government takeover of California is necessary.
I don't know. I don't know if that's real or not, but if it is, that's
We need
just,
like election observers, like federal election
they're supposed
observers.
to be. That's a crazy thing. They're supposed to be observers, but there's not. Like I said, there's 3 simple steps to fix this. 1, make mail-in voting due a week before election day. Why does it have to be due a week after? Why?
Yeah, that is terrible. If it's postmarked by election day, no.
Make it
If you receive
postmarked.
it after election day, it shouldn't be counted.
Yeah, I'm saying
sorry.
this. Okay, postmarked a week before election day. If it arrives before noon on election day, it counts. At noon.
Like, here's the thing. It's like, what if people fill it out late?
That's their fault.
They get sent it out a month before the election.
That's why I don't feel bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's up to you. You know the risk. Just because you vote that way, that does not mean it gets counted. For years.
Because effectively, we have people voting after the election.
Yeah.
Technically, they could just
And
lie
that's
about
why I
the
think
postmark.
that's why I think the Supreme Court's gonna strike that down. They're gonna say, no, you cannot have this shit where, because theoretically, like, with how the thing's postmarked, could you theoretically vote after the results start pouring in and they get sent out by mail? Could you theoretically do that? You see, that's the issue. You have these games where you can do that. But even then, why should you have a whole week after? Just make it a week before election day. That has to be postmarked. If it doesn't arrive on noon election day, sorry, shit out of luck. That's your fault. You had a month. That's the first thing. But what?
Slopulism. New York has banned all data center construction for 1 year.
God.
State or city?
That's state.
Oh, Jesus. Listen, I'm not even a big fan of data centers, but seriously.
This is China. China is loving this, dude.
Well, how is it
China
any
will
different?
China will just build a data center on top of a residential building. And like these boomers are like, I don't want a data center 10 miles away from my house. I can't.
I get the concerns with the environment. I get that there's got to be regulation, but seriously. Fuck
That's right.
really.
The same people who are like bitching about data centers and like hurting the environment are the same people who oppose nuclear power,
Yeah,
by the way.
like, I was gonna bring that up. These are the same fucking people that said in the 1980s that nuclear power was awful. We have to ban it. It's the same fucking group of idiots. And of course, you have these idiots on the right pushing the same regurgitated nonsense. Again,
I have a lot of choice words for like anti-data center people.
Again, I'm not even saying, like, I have concerns with data centers. I think there are legitimate concerns. I don't think anyone's denying that. But could you just do basic regulations on it? Like we do with nuclear power? Like we do with basically everything? Why does that have to be banned? That's my question. Why?
The reason people oppose data centers is because they are a really good exemplification of the frustrations of the middle class and the working class and the general populace against such things as the oligarchs, the tech bros, because it really, really doesn't help. All the tech bros have turned their fucking campaign for all of this shit into, hey, fuck you, we're gonna replace and automate you. I don't blame people for being anti-data center, but people at the same time also have the dumbest fucking conceptions of what a data center is and what it actually does.
Tyler, can you explain to some people like
No, it
what
pushes
actually
AI
is it?
juice into the water that makes it all
Yeah,
muddy. That's
the
what
whole
AI
Okay,
water
is.
thing.
unironically, I know one dude who said he is generally opposed to data centers because even though they're legitimately useful for scientific and medical research, it allows the Zionist surveillance
I
state
heard the same thing
and
before.
Judeo-Palantirism to take triumph over in America and become the hegemon of the fucking. It is
We
literally
saw
just
that.
schizophrenic nonsense.
It
There's
is.
a growing faction on the right, especially, that really think the data centers were conceived by Palantir and the IDF.
It
Guys,
amuses me how dumb the goyim sometimes can be.
but it's like, guys, are you telling? So what? China's ran by the IDF now?
Yes, China. It's the meme. It's the meme of Xi with the star.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. But it's like, listen, like there are actual concerns. Nobody's denying that. I know I keep repeating that, but how can you just say something that is needed for the future of the economy that might have problems, just regulate it? Like, just fucking
Also,
do
by the way, if
basic
Francesca
restrictions.
Hahn somehow becomes governor of Wisconsin, she's also said she will implement a full data center ban.
Yeah, I do think there's got to be like, I get where some people are coming from with the water stuff, even though it's fucking overhyped significantly. I get the concerns with that. I get the concerns with noise
The AI
pollution,
juice.
the AI juice. Tyrone, they're juicing the waters with Palantir water.
The AI Jews, you mean?
Oh gosh, it's a scam. It's an utter fucking scam.
No, yeah, the like Democratic Party is literally like a national suicide pact at this
Well,
point.
it
They
is.
literally just want us to lose to China. We can't do any military intervention ever. We can't do any. We can't have allies anywhere outside of Europe because they're mean to people. Because Europe is
Yeah.
the only place. Yeah, Saudi Arabia. We can't have relations with them. We can't have relations with Israel. We can't have relations with any of these countries. We just need to give the rest of the world to China. But we can get along
Yes.
with Europe because they're also with the woke.
They're wholesome.
Yeah, they're wholesome.
Object Clay's cater for 5. Trump should send feds into California and other states like what Republicans did in 1867 to 1876 to monitor the elections. We have precedent now and for
Don't
26.
tell Tyrone about that. He's gonna get like generational trauma.
Yeah.
What happened? Huh?
What happened?
The guy was bringing up Reconstruction.
Yeah. But I mean,
Autism.
there is precedent for it, but that was the 1860s after a civil war. I think it's a little bit different, but
I don't know. I'm still not a fan of that. I don't like breaking people's constitutional rights.
to be fair,
So true.
it was kind of necessary right after the Civil War, but we're not going to debate that. But
The Patriot Act was necessary to stop terrorism. Same logic
you're
there.
comparing apples to oranges, Luke.
That's not apples to oranges, bro.
That is yes,
Same
it
thing.
is.
For the record, I support the. I'm not I support the union. I'm not one of these. I'm just saying I like people's constitutional rights, and I don't like the idea that we could just suspend people's rights in times of crisis. Same goes for the Civil War and when Woodrow Wilson shut down free speech during World War I. Same thing.
People who choose security over liberty deserve neither. Simple as.
Based, correct.
American Earth for 2. Palantir like from Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings guys.
No, unironically, Palantir is named after Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I know that.
Palantir.
Yeah, that's epic. That's why it's epic.
But it's kind of funny. So what is fucking when people read Lord of the Rings, are they gonna say Palantir like fucking Tolkien was a Zionist?
Lord of the Rings was a Zionist.
It's Zionist propaganda, guys.
There we go. My Helldivers match
No, but what I was
Again,
gonna
all
say
right,
is
so here's
like if you are bitching about Palantir 24/7, congratulations, you have been successfully psyoped by the left to hate the one tech company that isn't like hard left. Because
Well, that's
every
Alright.
other tech
I
company does the
fucking hate.
same
Like, by
shit
the
as
way,
Palantir.
I fucking hate Palantir on my own reasons, but guys, there
I
are
don't.
much bigger fish to fry. Like a Palantir, does people do people not understand there are hundreds of companies like Palantir in America right now
Facebook.
that are far more egregious. Palantir just gets all the recognition because of Trump and some of
Did
their
you
leaders.
see what the UK
Sorry,
Green Party leader said
what?
about Palantir? He was like, "We're gonna take the fight to Palantir," and he's basically using it to say it's Donald Trump trying to
It's
invade England.
Trump.
He said Trump was trying to invade England
It's
with
like,
Palantir.
guys, there are
I would like
hundreds.
to
What?
say something about Palantir and what's happening with all that shit.
Yeah, please do.
Hold up, I gotta boot up Blue Archive. I love Gotcha Slop. All right, yeah. So basically, my whole thing. Oh, do we have super chats?
Yeah, just let me read this and you'll get that figured out. I'm not doing
You're
a
good.
care right now for 5. I just wish these AI data centers pay their own damn energy bills. They could just up the price for these AI subscriptions off to the cost or something. I agree.
Oh no,
Like
I
that,
agree. They should pay.
that's a
Definitely.
regulation I think I support. Where hey, you want these data centers, pay for your own damn bill.
And they'll do that.
Yeah,
They'll do
and
that.
they're willing to work with cities.
They
on
are
that.
doing that. I don't know if you guys noticed.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
you guys
another
saw.
thing.
I've heard, yeah.
Nvidia and another company said that they will literally pay people's energy bills to allow them to install mini data centers in their front lawn. That would basically just be a series of mini graphics cards plugged into a power generator. You take care of it, you let it on your front lawn, but they will cover all your energy costs. They will cover the insurance for it. They will help pay your bills as long as they are allowed to use your housing energy as part of their research. Here is the important thing to understand about AI. Here's the important thing to understand about data centers. I am prolonging saying this because I have to fucking open up the options section in Blue Archive and nuke them volume by about fucking 90%. There we go. Okay. AI is good. Data centers are good. These are objectively good things for our society. That is the only way, now that Pandora's box has been opened, it is going to be the only way we can continue to play ball with China, to play ball with all of these other companies. If you guys saw the shit my dad tells me about, well, when it comes to his cybersecurity work, or what my friend in genetic research does with AI, it would blow your mind. The issue with AI is that the people who are making AI are these sociopathic, socially stunted tech bros who get really mad at the common man and then go, well, yeah, you're anti-AI. We're absolutely going to replace you. We're going to take your job away.
That's the thing people have an issue with.
The AI is good. People don't hate data centers because they hate AI. People love AI. Just look at how many people use Grok, ChatGPT, Cloud. People hate these smug, sociopathic, fucking loser, fucking venture capitalists and software engineers and AI developers who are too socially stunted and hidden away in Silicon Valley and go, yeah, well, we are going to replace you. You're going to have nothing because you're going to replace your job and people voting against data centers, that is their way of taking their frustration out. Yeah. All of this shit about... Sorry, I got to keep my voice down, my sister. All of this shit about the environment, Israel, Epstein, Palantir.
How are you going to Epstein in this? That's my question.
Very
Epstein Empire.
Very few people actually give a shit about that stuff. The reason the vast majority of people give a shit about AI is because the people behind it are a bunch of spiteful, socially stunted retards who just hate the average man. It is literally that simple. The faster I'm not going to say that there's going to be like this fucking Butlerian jihad against technology.
What?
But there will be the Butlerian jihad, the anti-tech revolution in the Dune series.
Okay,
Come on, you know of what I speak.
I just don't hear what you said for a second.
No, it's the Butlerian jihad. But yeah, no. The vast majority of people see its usefulness. If there needs to be a leader who can draw the fine line between controlling these retarded tech bro companies from pissing people off and also ensuring that AI and data centers are allowed to grow. That is going to be the big thing. That is going to be the fine needle that we have to thread going forward. With AI,
agree.
with technology, we have to go after these anti-data center, anti-AI people, not the commoners, like the actual retard right sloppulists who are opposed to it, because they are going to be the
Empire State
reason.
politics, cough cough.
Because they are going to be the reason we lose to China in the long term. I'm of the opinion we're already losing to China. We have a few aces up our sleeve if we tap into them, but I don't think that we are in a very
And Trump's
favorable
trying
position
to.
versus
He's
China.
trying to like do that, but then these dumbasses saying we can't use AI because Skynet and Israel and the fucking Epstein guys.
The Jews,
Listen,
the
you gotta understand this.
here.
Like, again, with the whole Palantir stuff, there are thousands of other companies just like Palantir, if not even more egregious. Like, I again, I understand concerns with all the data centers. I get it. But at some point, you have to understand, guys, China's doing the same shit. Far more egregious.
Yeah,
do
I
you
want
guys want to lose to China?
Oh, go on.
I was just kidding. Do you guys want to lose to China?
Yeah.
Do you want the
It's-
American?
Okay.
Do you want the American of century? Do you want the American century of humiliation to be a thing? Do you want to lose your national pride? Do you want to lose our ability to be a world leader? Then go ahead, shut the data centers down. Just fuck
It's
everything
stupid.
up.
This reminds me of nuclear power in the 70s and
Yeah.
80s. And also, here's the other big one. Remember like 10, 15 years ago where these same nutcases were saying we can't use coal, we can't use fossil fuels. Remember that?
Mhm.
Or-
That
now
was
it's
more
like,
like 5 years or
Yeah.
like 7 years ago.
yeah, 5
before
to 7
COVID.
years ago. I'm
Bro,
not gonna
time is going quick,
Yeah.
dude. I feel like
But
2019
remember,
was yesterday.
back in 2018 and 2020, you had the same fucking people saying fossil fuels are terrible. They're worse for everything. Again, there's issues with it. No one's denying that. Like, if you don't take care of the environment, yeah, that's bad. But you know what happened? There's basic regulation passed. They got all the kinks out of it. And now everyone realizes, hey, fossil fuel's actually good. It's actually worth it. It's valuable. Far better than wind and solar. You see, it's the same garbage.
You're telling me useful things are nice.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's like, cool.
had no
And Trump brings it up once in a while. I wish he would still. China, like every day, they're building a new coal plant. Every day they're building a new one.
They are building state of the art plutonium fucking nuclear plants close to the Gobi Desert that is allowing them to reclaim desert because they are using their nuclear reactors as desalination plants too. If
Yeah.
we could do the same fucking thing, this impending ecological disaster that is happening with all of these aquifers in the Southwest and the Great Plains, they would disappear overnight. And we would have an abundance of water, an abundance of energy. We would have our energy security, our agricultural security secured. But we don't want to do that because people are still scared of nuclear. They're still scared of data centers. Why? Because people don't understand these things. And you have
It's
these
the boogeyman.
sloppulist idiots, sloppulists, who are going in and they're saying, duh, Israel and the Jews and
It's the
Palantir.
guys,
I want to
Epstein.
tell you another thing though, because
Epstein.
I will say because we like to talk about the online anti-data center people, but I want to real quickly talk about a lot of the real life anti-data center people. You know what they are? Suburban boomers.
Yeah.
And I'll explain why. You know why they are?
They're
If you
NIMBYs.
know something, they are bored and old, and this is what they do. Anytime there's any form of construction project going on in a local community,
They complain
these
about
people
it.
want something to be angry about.
Yeah.
You know, that's what happens at the local level. My hometown, I'm not going to say what it is, very small city in the Milwaukee area. And there was like this proposal to build like kind of shops in like this area there's no buildings right now. Everyone freaked out. It was a proposal. They weren't going to put apartments there. Wasn't going to do anything. People started this whole anti-high-rise movement. They put yard signs up.
God.
All this over like a proposal to build a couple shops. Like
That's the
It's
issue.
people.
it's
This is
because-
what. Yeah, go
Remember-
on.
No, I was going to say the reason that they do this is because they don't like development. It devalues their property and their land because they pulled themselves up by the bootstrap. Boomers are such a fucking scourge on
It reminds me of,
fucking
like,
property.
it might have been.
and
It
land
reminds me of
development.
like it might have been Seattle, or San Francisco, but I think it's San Francisco, where basically it's impossible to build anything in San Francisco. Like it is literally impossible to like build any building whatsoever because the regulations are so crazy. And the millisecond a project gets approved, all these people come out of the woodwork, protest it, they sue it for no reason, just because they can. That's
Yeah.
half the problem. And
And the data centers are the best thing to happen to these boomers because they get to go in there and say, "Oh my goodness, look, they're building data centers."
the data
They're gonna-
centers, guys.
So they'll just make anything up. They want something to be mad about. These boomers are bored. They want to go to their city council meeting and scream about nonsense. So they'll do it about the data centers.
Somebody
This-
chat. So somebody chat said that people in his town were complaining about a hospital being built.
Yeah, you can't make this up, bro. It's these
The
people.
fucking data centers, guys. Guys, they complain about anything. There's always a fate, and that's the big thing right now. I guarantee you 5 years from now, you know what the next big thing's going to be. Who fucking knows? Same through the nuclear. Anytime any proposal nuclear is proposed, protesters, riots,
You can't
things
say
blowing up.
nuclear. That really scares me.
Shut up. I know where that's from. But anyways. Prince Rider for 2. We got a bunch of super chats to catch up to. Not related, by the way, but Maine is about to be likely are. We might get to that. That's a big story.
I
American
think it
Nerd-
might be safer, bro.
We'll
Them's
get
my
to that.
plug and
We'll get to
money.
that. American Nerd for 2. I still see AI as Skynet going to off us. Again, I've said this before. AI is nowhere near to the point of being even Skynet. Even the whole thing with Skynet, like you only need you need only one. You need only one singular AI in the existence for that to happen, and you don't really got that. And yeah, Riley Moore for 5. Spencer Pratt collapses the not Louisiana, good lord, Los Angeles mayoral election odds as he's getting almost none of the mail-in ballots. 8% chance pure cheating. It's bullshit. President Gilbert getting up for 10. I'll say what boomer cons and Gen X conservatives say, oh, AI like Grok and ChatGPT because, oh, it's liberal or they're stealing your data by using it. Dumbass, your data is taken every day. Yeah, you think these AIs are just take your data and that's the only one's doing it? Fucking, you're watching on YouTube right now. YouTube takes your data and sells it to the Chinese. That's what happens. That's the reality of it. It's stupid, but
What's going on, fellas? I just got out of the shower.
I got more super chats.
I just got out of the shower. Thank
yeah.
you.
Thank you.
North Dakota will never have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, I'm not doing okay right
Thank
now
you.
for 10. Also there is literally no use case for consumer AI image or video creation. Maybe for medical or forensic enhancement stuff, but for normies, it's just all for meme slop. Well, that's why people like it. But President Gilbert getting up for 5. I play with ChatGPT for fun for creating my own stories and stuff. It can be funny sometimes. Well, I just don't get the hate with AI. It's dumb. I'm not denying
Well,
that.
the funny thing
but-
is too, like these boomers like to bitch about AI, but they use it probably more than you.
yeah, they use everything.
Like we'll
AI,
do it,
is this
We'll
true?
use it when we want to make some like shitty meme image. These boomers are probably like using AI to like look stuff up. Like
Yeah.
They're using it for porn.
Or they're falling
Wouldn't
for
shut
like
up,
fake AI news stories about country singers dying.
or all their Facebook feeds, like all their Facebook feeds
by
are
the way,
AI.
Like, again, I get it.
Speaking of which, Sid Miller. Tyrone,
Oh
you
my
can vouch
god!
for that.
No, dude, can we shut up about Texas for once? Holy shit!
Yeah,
I know. I know,
I
but
don't,
anyway.
I don't want to talk about Texas elections. every
Builder shed
stream.
for 2. Mandate data centers be built Art Deco or Frutiger. Frutiger?
That's a good
Fruitiger.
compromise. Make every like
Art
Make
Deco.
make every like data center look like that building in Chicago with the.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in Chicago. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think.
President
How
Gilbert
to-
getting up like the Sears Tower?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Art Deco. Like, bro,
I know.
The Sears Tower is just blocks. Dude.
I know,
It's
I'm
like-
joking. President Gilbert getting up for 10. China, Saudi Arabia, Israel all have desalination plants and build them like crazy and for cheap, but we can't get one how do you pronounce it? Desalination? Yeah, desalination. Plant,
Desalination.
build the Corpus Christi for their water crisis. Yeah, again, I don't know enough about it, but I heard like they solve a lot of issues. Again, I'm not an expert at stuff, but
I think we should build a data center in Rap's backyard. I'm gonna go survey it later this
Ben
weekend.
Ballway for 10. The most important mission of Trump advance is to shed the dead weight of grifters and build a real culture with actual ethos rather than a coalition defined by what it's not. That's real. Let's see. American Order for 2. Boomers to be sent to the home and shut up. They still vote Republican mostly, but anyways.
Yeah, no, boomers don't.
Oh, not
Gen
boomers,
X
but
does.
yeah. Simple logic for 5. The left, fossil fuels bad. Also the left. India is so culturally rich. India throws a dumpster of trash in a river. No, they don't even
It's
just
very
do a
funny because
dumpster.
India is not like left wing at all. Like all these people, if they went to India, like India is literally run by like a Hindu fascist, basically government.
Well,
Like,
when you think of India, though, they don't just throw the trash in the river. They throw the dumpster along with it.
I had
So-
Indian food for dinner tonight. They got good food.
They shit in their own holy rivers. That is why they are such a terrible region.
Yeah, it's bad. Tristan for 5. Data centers will provide lots of good paying jobs, which Gen Z needs in the atrocious job market. That's a wild thing. Again,
Oh, excuse me.
it's going to take a while to like for the economy to properly like transition to that. I hate saying that, but
Also, too, what data centers in Wisconsin are offering, they're offering to like where they create jobs. They're offering to build schools. Like these companies are like willing to like help fund creation of schools,
But guys,
hospitals, all sorts of things like that.
it's
Like,
Epstein.
but again, like you said, these boomers reject to hospitals being built too. So I guess
But-
they
no, you don't understand. It's fucking it's Epstein, Luke.
they want their like endless suburbia with like nothing. You know, just like miles of just
They want
houses.
walkable cities, except they don't.
Walk.
It's because of their property taxes. That's basically all it is.
Yeah, like yeah. Zach
I
Mario
mean,
for
boomers
2.
in Wisconsin, if you don't like
Mm.
high property taxes, why did you vote in the guy who just raised them for 400 years?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, gee, you're gonna solve
yeah,
that,
it's
but
very funny. These boomers in Wisconsin will complain like, "Oh my god, my property taxes! I don't want the AI data set." Who'd you vote for in the last governor election? Oh, Tony
Evers jacked
Evers.
it up for 400 years or whatever it is.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Which I can't believe that's even legal, but
Yeah. By the way, we're getting. I'm telling you, that's moving a lot of people towards Tiffany.
I
So,
think Tiffany's gonna win. I think, but
I'm
Zach
I'm feeling good about it.
Zach Mario for 2. Rapping Crew, thank you so much. Builder Shed for 2. Make DC be made in the image of the old Renaissance, or just what it was 100 years ago. Like,
I
just
think we
build-
need to move the U.S. Capitol to Gary, Indiana.
Hey, well, that's
I
where the
think
Bears
we
are
need to
going.
be executed on national television.
Hey, well, listen, the Bears are going to Gary, Indiana. Do we call them the Gary Bears now? I don't know.
I ironically wonder if that's going to hurt Pritzker
You know,
because in his reelection,
I've
because people vote on that stuff.
Yeah, well, it's like, think about this. Imagine saying not even a couple years ago that the Bears are moving out of Chicago to Indiana. The fucking Gary.
Indiana.
They picked,
Indiana's like a meme, dude.
they
Like,
they
it's-
picked Gary, Indiana over Chicago. I know they could say it's still part of the metro area, guys. They're fucking leaving Chicago.
the Gary
fucking-
Bears.
Well, yeah.
The
Hold
Gary-
on, hold on. We got breaking news.
Yeah,
Trump
it's-
said
it's-
he wants to meet with. Trump said he wants to meet with the Ayatollah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Send it.
Oh yeah, did we talk about yet that
Here.
Trump confirmed he yelled at Bibi the other day?
Yeah, I talked about that. It's fucking funny.
There, I posted it. Rap.
Oh, what a patriot. Guys, a Zionist Don.
Just had a
Wants
great
to meet
meeting
with
with my
God.
friend. Just had a great meeting with my friend, the Ayatollah.
Listen, if Trump actually
beautiful
pulls this out of his
meeting.
ass. Yeah, right here.
I mean, remember with North Korea in his first term, it went from everyone saying he was going to start a nuclear
yeah, but
war.
no,
to,
everybody knew at the time that North Korea is a fucking meme. It's a joke. Iran is a different animal. Because
no,
again,
resist libs were unironically like building bomb shelters.
I
or,
remember
like,
that though. It's like,
investigating-
guys, North Korea.
2017.
You know what happened if North Korea attacked America? You know what would happen within seconds?
Dude, I remember all those videos, those YouTube videos. What if North Korea and America went to war? What if-
It's really like, oh gosh, I'm trying to think that. Oh my gosh.
and
What
then
would
Trump
happen-
becomes like the first American president to ever meet with a North Korean leader. It's like,
my favorite fucking meme of any of that is like, I have it somewhere. It's what would happen if Iran launched an attack on the United
Yeah, I
States
know
and
what you're talking about.
halfway through the sentence it just cuts to a copy. It just cuts to like an image of Iran with the American flag over it.
Yeah, I know what
and
you're
it
talking
just
about.
has a
That's what I was
fan
thinking
background
about.
noise playing.
It's like the North Korea thing. What would happen if North Korea invaded America? And then it just shows
what would
like,
happen if Burkina Faso invaded America? They're gonna set up tomato factories, dude.
yeah,
They're
but then it's
making
just
that
freaking
tomato paste.
it's just a video of like the atomic bomb going
No,
off.
Ibrahim Traore has banned
Like I don't think people
data
like,
centers, saying they're
Luke.
Western degeneracy. Okay.
but like I just still can't believe that people are still believing this idea that America does not have the biggest military and strongest. We could fuck over China easily at this point. Like I hope people understand that China's military is no match for us. North Korea's
Remember
not.
when during the Greenland thing, NATO, no, like the EU sent like 10,
20 soldiers.
yeah, like 10 soldiers. Just
Yeah,
to,
I'm
like,
gonna
tour.
really stop
We
them.
just took like a tour, just like
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, we got a purple one. Please, give
Oh,
me fucking
thought we
Thank
had
you.
news for a second.
America
Sorry,
done
I'm-
for 2.
like,
Imagine how
sorta.
DC would look if it was a Roman city. We're not Roman, but we had our own style, Art Deco, and freaking wasted it. Just go back to that.
Okay. Someone who's watching the stream just messaged me on Discord. Just a guy I know on here, and he said that people are complaining about power lines going up in his like in his
How do
town
you?
in Virginia.
How do you think electricity gets to your house?
The power lines are going to increase my property taxes.
Wouldn't that decrease
Dude,
it actually?
unironically, your average boomer limb is like way more schizophrenic even than like those crack addicts who live out in the woods and talk
I'm pretty sure.
microwaves or whatever.
Like I'm pretty sure that would reduce property value. But whatever. President Gilbert getting up for 5. If North Korea invaded America, Venezuela would be like, well, these people stopped being about us. Well, yeah, North Korea's a fucking like, they're not even a bug to us. We would just literally just whack them and they're dead. Let's see. We have air rail guns that go on ships at coastal defense that can penetrate a concrete wall, 8 feet thick. Each shell is 20,000 a piece, very cheap. Well, yeah, it's just like we have God knows what, like we have in secret. Remember the discombobulator when it was the big thing?
They're gonna call it the discombobulator.
We didn't even get to use that in Iran.
Yeah,
wanna
I'm
use it.
sad. We were about to. I'm pretty sure they used.
We should have given it to the protesters. I would want to see
Was
what
it
they
the?
did.
Didn't we use another weapon in Iran though? I'm pretty sure we used a special one. There are 2.
We used one that like track the soldiers' like breath to like find
Yeah,
where
that's
he was.
right. Like what the
That wasn't a
fuck?
weapon though. That was more of like
I don't care. It's like we have that shit casually in the storage, like that.
Aren't they
yeah,
making a movie about that already?
Yeah,
Like,
Michael Bay's directing it. I would have watched that. Freaking Michael Bay's directing it. I don't care. Like I know his movies aren't the best sometimes, but they're
Hey.
entertaining as hell.
Hey, at least we're not going to be watching the next Star Wars trilogy. I told you who's
mean,
directing those,
Dude,
right?
that
Rap?
is bad.
Think about it. The same guy who is making a movie about Iran is making a movie about Skibbity Toilet. I'm not like
Yeah,
it's
direct the
same director.
Transformers.
I mean, it's any excuse to put explosions in a movie.
Dude,
that's
yeah,
all
it's
it is.
Michael Bay. Like that's what I like about Michael Bay. You know his movies, like outside the first Transformers, it's probably be mid at best. But
Dude,
you know
literally
it's
turned
entertaining.
Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles into like explosive movies. You know?
Explosions and shit.
Okay, Transformers seemed like it'd be pretty easy to turn into that.
Okay, but listen.
Okay, sure, yeah, maybe
Okay,
that.
but
Ninja Turtles. Well, I
listen,
don't know.
the first Transformers movie is actually good. I will go down the hill on that. I think most people agree with that. Actually, I think it's the best one. I think it's good. Okay. What? Michael Bay has some good movies, but he makes a lot of garbage too. But again, like even the garbage ones, they're entertaining most of the time.
I
Like,
would
it's-
say 4 out of 10 Michael Bay movies, like 2 out of 5 Michael Bay movies are good. 2 out of 5 Michael Bay movies are hot ass, and 1 in 5 Michael Bay movies are the definition of thoroughly middling.
Yeah, but they're only entertaining. That's the best part about it.
They're
Wait,
soft,
Walter
but they're
Bloomberg? I see Walter Bloomberg. Do we remember Walter
amusing as fuck.
Bloomberg?
What about Bloomberg? What?
Walter Bloomberg was the guy during Liberation Day last year who just tweeted out with no evidence that Trump has suspended all tariffs. And then
Oh,
the
that's
market moved because of
right.
the tweet. Yeah, because his last name is Bloomberg. But people did research into him, and this guy doesn't exist. He's like an AI person. Like he's not
Gosh. Anyways, President Gilbert getting up for 5. Oh, ready. Shit. America noted for 2. Michael Bay did good on the 13 Hours movie.
Bro,
Didn't
read
watch
that
it.
already.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think this. I am Battlefield for 5. Remembers Trump threatening to drop Chris Christie on Iran? Yeah. Trump has some banners on Truth Social. Again, it's not even it's his fucking staffers most of the time, but President Gilbert getting up for 5. We could go to North Korea and still China would do nothing. They're gonna send a strongly worded message to us. Okay. I think it's time we talk about the big scandal out of Maine before we end the stream today. I want to be clear about one thing. We don't know the full story just yet. I've heard, and other people heard the same thing, that this is not the big story yet. But this is kind of the warm up, and it's not really the.
And of course, we're talking about the scandal being Boston nationalists burning down his local Five Guys because they wouldn't give him the combo meal.
First he kicked his dog, and now he's burning down Five Guys. Man needs to be fucking
Okay,
stopped.
stop.
Holy shit.
Chance Racing for 5. Most of Michael Bay films suck, but dude knows what he's doing with production value. Plus, he put Linkin Park at Transformers. That's true. So, let me just pull up the one part of the New York Times article that everyone's talking about that's already got memed to hell and back. Let me just read this. He had what she described as a warrior ethos and would fantasize about killing people he deemed a threat, she said. She said he told her that a certain thing was about power. It was something that stuck with her through the years. He said this a lot. If anybody ever broke in here, I would them. She recalled that saying that he added that he would not be not in a sexual way, not in a gay way. This is real.
He's just doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah,
dude.
he's doing it for the love of the game. Not
I can explain. So I can actually explain this because I understand it. Okay, hold on. Let me.
you
rephrase
understand this?
This is standard infantry humor, whether it's Army or Marine Corps. This is literally just the kind of humor you get in service. I know a lot of you guys have seen the kinds of jokes I make in this
Yeah, I
server and
know.
in other servers. This is part of the course. This
I know,
is the
but
definition of military humor, dude.
I get that, but it's just like we're not to the best part yet. Yeah, he was like, I would them to show them I'm dominant, she said. Asked about those remarks, a Plantner campaign official did not dispute them.
We're going to.
I
see
will
a
say,
lot
Tyrone,
more.
but like
We're
typically,
gonna see
Okay.
a lot more of this going forward. I'm just gonna say this: like, this is going to become buck standard for Zoomers running for office at some point.
This I get it, but
including myself.
also, I'm gonna say this, Tyrone. Yeah, that might be military, but typically, you probably wouldn't use this type of humor to a girlfriend of yours. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
just
that's what like it's
I
not
don't
like
know. I said this to one of my past girlfriends. She said she's found it attractive. So
God. America noted for 6. Here are my favorite movies directed by Michael Bay: Armageddon, The Rock, the first and third Transformers, and 13 Hours. What are your all favorites? I think his first 3 Transformer movies were good. The first one's the best, and that's about it.
I haven't really seen that many Michael Bay movies, so
It's
I
Michael Bay, it's the
can't
same movie.
speak on it.
Shit explodes. But
Is that like what's his face? Who's the guy with the lens flares?
J.J. Abrams?
Yeah, him who always has the lens flares and like every
lens
that's-
flares and Dutch angles.
Yeah. Lens
and then
flares
Christopher
shit.
Nolan with his like bouncing around with there being no consistent like.
No, Christopher
time.
Nolan is just like,
No, I like that. I like
Christopher
that. I'm just
Nolan.
saying, it's like what
which
he's
by
not,
the way,
it's not told in chronological
the
order.
Odyssey movie looks terrible, by the way. I don't think we ever talked about that. It looks bad.
I'm still gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it too, but
Bro, my goat can't wash, dude.
It's gonna be a stinker, I think. When you have
Bro,
fucking
I guess
what's
when you make Oppenheimer, the next one's bound to just be
yeah,
shit.
but
Like
the
you can't.
Odyssey was a potential gold mine, and you're gonna fuck it up.
Okay, to be fair, you got to think of this. Think about the past couple Christopher Nolan movies. Okay, Interstellar, fucking phenomenal. The next one he made, was the next two he made. Like he made Dunkirk, which is okay, and then he made Tenet, which was ass. Then he made Oppenheimer, which was like unironically like top 20 movie, like fucking phenomenal. And so like now it's the next one's gonna be ass, you know.
But
Like
even
that's
then,
just
it's
kind
like
of how it is.
this is one of the most historic and noteworthy stories in history. This is something that's like you can't fuck this up, and it's not very difficult to fuck it up, and he's gonna fuck it up.
Also, it looks like he's setting it in like the North Sea instead of the
Yeah,
Mediterranean. Like if you saw
I noticed that, and the
it's
freaking
like
like
all cold and like.
it does not look like the Odyssey when you envision the Odyssey being
If you
like.
want a good interpretation of the Odyssey, watch "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou." That's a very good movie. I'm not sure if anyone here's seen
Oh
it.
gosh,
It's
but
basically the Odyssey, but it takes place in like the Great Depression in the South. It's actually a very good movie.
but
I highly recommend it.
the thing that really irks me about the movie is the casting. I think the casting is horribly done.
Yeah,
That fucking
I mean, I like Matt Damon. He's a pretty good actor.
okay. Matt Damon's only good choice. Like
Yeah.
fucking, you have Tom Holland. Like when you think of the
What's-
Odyssey,
What's
you
he
think of
doing there? He's like
yeah.
British. Dude.
It's like freaking Zendaya and like the other people. It's like who the fuck
And
picked
then
these people?
And then a Trude, like
It's be bad. American Nerd for 2. I thought the Platinum Scandal would be worse. Apparently this is the warm up. Apparently there's a much worse one coming out. I can't confirm that. I cannot confirm it, but we'll see. DB for 2. The Prestige is Nolan's best movie by far. I mean, I've not watched it in a while.
wait, what did they say?
The Prestige.
What did they say? Oh,
It's
that's a good movie. I like that
I gotta
movie.
reread it. American Nerd for 2. Never read the Odyssey. Is it a good book? Yeah, I enjoy it. I just think that I never understood why he was like, yes, you go from Oppenheimer to the Odyssey.
No, but like I think the best Christopher Nolan movie was definitely The Dark Knight. Second best was Oppenheimer, and then third best, in my opinion, was Interstellar. I know some people don't care for Interstellar, but I love that movie. I think it's good. But he's made a
Actually,
couple
agree in that
bangers.
order.
Also, what's the other one? Inception. That one's pretty good too. That one, like you have to.
Right.
It what?
It was all right.
No, I liked it.
I think The Dark Knight's my personal favorite. I think it's the best one he ever
I
directed.
also like The Dark Knight Rises. A lot of people don't.
No,
like it, but
fuck
I
that
think-
movie.
Bro, it's one of the most right-wing movies.
I don't
I'll
care.
ever
No.
do.
They ruined Tom Hardy as friggin' Bane. It's like, dude, what the fuck you
Okay,
doing?
yeah, I know he's kind of
No
cringe,
one,
but bro.
no one cared who I was until I put on the mask. The fire
Yeah.
rises.
That's not
Dude,
Bane.
I don't like. I think that movie's pretty good though. I don't care.
When you think of Bane, you don't think of that. Like, and I love Tom Hardy as an actor, but Jesus.
Tom
Like-
Hardy was not fit to be Bane.
Just by virtue of being fucking 5'8". I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just like when you think of Bane, you think of some
you know
giant.
who I would have. You know who I
Who?
would have casted as Bane?
Who?
Jason Momoa.
I actually agree with that.
Jason Momoa, because if you think, because like he had already proven himself as a fucking as a fucking muscle bound motherfucking beef stick with Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
At the time.
I think we should have made. I think we should have had Real American play Bane.
God. American Nerd for 2. Inception is Nolan's best movie aside Dark Knight. Inception's fine.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's his best though. Like,
Yeah. I get why people like it.
very interesting concept. That's the nice thing with Christopher Nolan is typically like he's come up with interesting concepts. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of Tenet, it was a very interesting concept. You know,
Yeah,
the
but it was
problem
ass.
is. The problem is he just spent way too much time like just explaining the concept and like no time on the story. That was the biggest problem with that movie because like the story was just stupid. Like that's the thing. Nolan has the ability to come up with great concepts, but sometimes he just
The
does not make a
execution's
good
terrible.
movie.
Yeah, his problem
That's
is
the biggest problem with Tenet. Tenet had the potential to be a great movie, but it was just ruined
plus I
because
think
like
plus it came out during like COVID and stuff, and the production was
also
hell.
like what is this? The future is trying to destroy the
The
past.
future.
Like what? Like how did that? If the future destroyed the past, wouldn't that destroy the future? Like what?
Yeah.
You know
Um,
what?
I'm fine with Bane being more normal because a lot of the time these days Bane is just a brainless meathead, and I hate that. Bane is a terrifying villain. Like he's fucking intelligent. He's not just a giant fucking like Hulk thing. He is actually like intelligent. He's actually terrifying. But they
Who,
fucking,
Bane?
yeah, Bane.
Yeah, no, people seem to forget Bane is like Batman's third or second smartest villain.
Yeah.
You're talking about, I mean, Batman has a lot of villains, but in terms of like Batman's actual gallery, who would his smartest? I mean, Riddler, Comic Bane, Ra's al Ghul. Those are like his three smartest villains, in my opinion. Scarecrow
agree.
is also really high up there. Joker depends on the Joker because there's like the whole three different fucking Jokers.
There's 3 of them guys. He's schizophrenic and all 3 of them. Pick your poison. Even
No, but yeah, The Dark Knight is still definitely his best.
yeah, Dark
movie.
Knight I
It's
think
like
is the best.
like yeah, that is peak. I love the line where the Joker's just like, "Where's the Italian?" when he's talking about the gangster, bro.
Arkham Origins Bane is the best modern Bane. Oh, I agree. That is the interpretation of Bane I love. And they
Why are we just talking about Christopher Nolan?
because
and,
we're yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say political election news.
Yeah.
Huh?
okay, no, real Texan. What's the latest Texas special election polls looking like?
Shut up.
I'm gonna go take a piss. I'll be right
I
back.
don't know.
President Gilbert getting up
the
for
one
5.
Texas fiend I mentioned was just implying that Sid Miller is obsessed with AI slop.
God. President Gilbert getting up for 5. The best movie to this day, Minecraft movie, where our future voting block saying chicken jockey in our theater throwing popcorn. Yeah, that's real. Mr. Freeze is also very intelligent. Okay, but Mr. Freeze is not a bad person.
Did you guys see they're making a Chris Hansen movie?
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, like, guys, Mr. Freeze is just... He's not really there to be a villain. He has his own reasons. But anyways... Harvey Dent, he kind of sometimes just goes off the rails too much, but it's yeah. The
You
fire
either
rises.
die the hero or live long enough to see yourself.
I love that
become the
interpretation of Two-Face.
villain.
Why hold on, the fire rises mentioned. Oh gosh, the fire
Yeah.
rises.
Fire rise. Oh yeah. The fire rises.
Yeah, I love how they used to the meme, like that used to be the meaning of the meme. But now when you say the fire rises, you just think of the Hoi 4 mod.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Did Bane predict the rise of Hoi 4?
He did.
That reminds me, there was like this song from like 2011 where this guy said Fortnite, referring to like the term Fortnite.
Yeah, the
and, like,
Fortnite's
all
like
these
several
kids were
times.
like, he predicted Fortnite, guys. Look at this.
K-Cup for 2. Underrated casting, Kevin Nash as Super Shredder. Ooh, I actually don't know who that is. What about Poison Ivy? Poison Ivy's a freaking joke. But
I think we need Christopher Nolan. I think someone probably gave him a cell phone. You know, he's not supposed
he
to
doesn't
have
use
a
his
cell
phone.
He
He claims not
probably
to.
That's probably what. Yeah, he's got to like enforce that rule because I think maybe he picked up a phone and that's why this movie's turning to shit.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. That or the executives at oh gosh, is it Universal? I'm pretty sure it's Universal making
if they
this.
got involved,
That's probably what
like,
happened.
that's
the
yeah,
casting.
like you don't mess with Christopher Nolan. You just let him cook. You just gotta let him cook. Like that's the.
American Noted for 2. Nolan saved Batman for the Schumacher movies. It's Batman. He was to be saved anyways.
But no, but like that interpretation, like, dude, compare that to like Marvel slop. You know,
I'm sorry. We actually did have breaking news.
What?
Breaking election news from Los Angeles.
Oh God, what?
Latest mail had Karen Bass 36.9%, Nifia Rahman 33.5%, Spencer Pratt 20.2%. Ramon's rough benchmark against Pratt is 11.2%. This is a 2-point overperformance.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over.
Turnout could change that.
Yeah, it's over. They're gonna play the games.
Yeah, a while ago it sounded like Pratt didn't get a single vote in one dump.
Yeah. American Noted for 2. Could Nolan make a good James Bond movie? I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think so. That's outside his comfort zone. Let Nolan do what he wants. You'll be fine most of the time.
But anyways, I believe that was the only Los Angeles drop of the day.
The good news is that I guess boomers won't give a bunch of money to Pratt and they
Yeah,
can
but
focus.
I feel bad for Pratt. He's the last hope for
I
that city,
know.
and they're
We need.
fucking.
He was okay. Let's be real. He was never winning the general election anyway.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I wanted him to get to a runoff. I wanted to see how it did.
I
But,
feel
like
but I feel bad. It's like he's the only dude that actually cared.
he got failed by our election system very
Yeah.
clearly.
And plus the way how
Holy shit, that was a long piss. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
Spencer Pratt's basically dead now. Like it's over for him.
it's getting bad from now. So, but yeah, Tyrone, you sent me the Star Wars thing. That director's terrible.
Oh
You
yeah,
said-
Simon Kinberg is the
Why?
director for the next. Star
Also, by the
Wars
way, I'm
thing.
gonna tell you guys this.
What? Luke,
Thank you
Ramen's
for-
Ramen's gonna win that too.
we
by
said
the way,
that.
the
We
runoff.
just go on, Tyrone.
I was gonna say, for those who don't know, Simon Kinberg is the director for the next Star Wars trilogy, include such amazing movies that he has either produced or directed.
Let me pull this up. Actually, let me pull the
Include?
wiki page.
Because there's a couple really fucking good movies, but he was exclusively a producer. In terms of the movies he's directed, X-Men 3: The Last Stand, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Oh fuck! What was the other one? He produced the New Mutants.
Oh, those are the shitty ones. Yeah, I like the one where they go back in time with Nixon and shit. That one's pretty good.
You know what the worst one is though? He directed Phantom Force Stick.
What the hell?
Fantastic Four 2015.
Why are they making another Star Wars? When is it gonna take?
They gotta keep juicing it as much as they can.
Don't they have like 1 billion shows for it now? Like,
but nobody watches it, and now they're losing fucking money. They're like, guys, bring back Mark Hamill. Wheel out his his fucking old ass. I don't know. This is just what are we doing here? K Comfort 2. Fuck y'all. Condiment King is the best Batman villain. Yeah. American Nerd for 2. Imagine a Michael Bay Star Wars movie. Bro, that would be fucking like.
imagine a Christopher Nolan Star Wars. How would he make that with? Because he doesn't
I don't
use
want to know.
CGI.
He's gonna go into space.
He would go to space.
Hear me out, right? A Michael Bay Star Wars movie, but Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale are the leads.
That would either be one of the greatest experiences ever or the biggest pile of dog shit.
You know what? Fuck it. Throw Tom Cruise in there just for
Yeah,
shits and
fucking
giggles.
Cruise,
And
get your old ass here.
He's got to have the obligatory running scene too. Like,
Yes.
somewhere in there.
make it like, I would say make it like a low level resistance story, nothing to do with the greater story at large, like Andor-esque, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, I will say one thing. Now that we're on Tom Cruise, like I will say, I think those Mission Impossible movies, including the newer ones, are good. Like that one that came out last year was pretty good. I think that was the last one, but they've said like the past 15 were going to be the last one, so I have a feeling they'll probably make another one. That's one of the few series I think actually got better as it went on. Like very few do, but I think Mission Impossible.
I agree. Mission Impossible is one of the few franchises where, despite there being so many, it definitely got better and better.
Yeah.
I agree. Chance Razik for 5. That Star Wars trilogy may not even happen. Simon Kinberg botched any of the X-Men films. Hire him. What's worse that could happen? You'll find a way to make The Last Jedi look good. That's how bad it could get. I mean, like, Star Wars already so dead. They had their chance and they fucked it up. There's no going back. You're not getting the original actors back.
Those sequels were terrible. Oh my god, I forgot about.
No,
We got
they're
we got the
phenomenal.
LA County dump for governor too.
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking Steyer sec. I told you guys. Not good. We'll see.
Those
Hopefully,
Steyer bros are gonna be so pissed when Steyer gets like 30% in round 2 in the general. Because like all the Republicans.
I do hope Hilton pulls it off. I have a bad feeling about this. Michael Bay Star Wars movie would see the Empire go on a multi-planetary genocide, the most amount of planets blown up by the Death Star. Basically, everything gets blown
Who would
up.
play the villain in that?
Who's some like third-rate like actor that Michael Bay would cast?
I'm
Chris
Holland.
Pratt.
Let's just put
Not Chris Pratt.
Spencer Pratt. You could bring
Spencer Pratt.
Los Angeles man.
Oh my
Nobody's got
gosh.
to be in character. He's got to act like he's got to act like he acts just on a regular basis, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's
This
just
is like the millionth Star Wars project that Disney has announced. Well, that's the thing. Like they keep announcing projects and they either are shit or they get canceled. This was never like Lucasfilm beforehand, by the way. This is a new thing because of Disney.
You guys know about George Lucas? What he just walked in the background of that
Yeah, I know
documentary.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
Freaking
It's a
random
shame
ass
because
documentary.
It's really funny because I've watched that documentary like 3 times now. It's actually incredibly interesting.
What's it about, actually?
Fucking it's about geological shit.
Oh,
By the way, rap here. Look at this.
let's see. Oh my god! Of course, Surf posted that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
We love the surf.
You know
certified
it's good when the
surf
Surf
moment.
posts it. The MAGA whisperer is just. Oh my god.
Now that we're so off topic, can I bring up that this counselor in Ireland said that he's okay with Russian like gas companies being active in Ireland, but he opposes Israel because they're colonizers, even though Russia's also leading a
Gosh.
colonial war into Ukraine. He said they're fine, but Israel can't. So.
Curtis Tar Heel for 5. Hawk 2 is 6-7. Best case scenario is Team Red holds.
Okay,
House.
that's my cue to get out of here. Adios, guys.
It's Team Red holds House plus Senate. Alito plus Thomas are replaced with Cruz DeSantis, and Save Act is passed next year. That is best case scenario. Let's hope that happens, but we'll see. American Nerd for 2. Why did George Lucas sell his company? There's a bunch of reasons why. Part of it he got lied to. From
All right, I do got to get going.
Yeah.
See you.
But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream shortly, anyways. But Lucas sold his company for a bunch of reasons. The big one was the where I even start. The big one definitely was he was getting up there in age. He was, I mean, he wanted to make another trilogy, but he was getting up there in age. He's getting older. And the backlash to the prequel trilogy, which again became a later thing, a later phenomenon, it really hurt him a little bit, I think. But also, he got lied to about like what Disney was gonna do with Star Wars. They lied about him to him completely. So, yeah, there's a bunch of reasons, but really, he was getting old. He wanted to retire. He got sick of the bullshit, and he thought, oh, Disney at the time was a respected company. I know we mock them now, but back just 15 years ago, they were a very respected company, and now they're not. They produce just shit. So, all right. I think that's it for tonight, everybody. Kind of a longer stream. If you guys did enjoy today's stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. We'll see you guys in the next stream, video, or wherever you see us at. Godspeed.